Okay, I'm gonna have to make this vlog kind of short because I have to go help my mother with a few things. I do live in my own apartment, but occasionally I need to go help her with a few things. Today we have Lint Catcher, Trial by Squire, Princess Turdina, and Starfari. The last one of which I think is really fucking good. Okay, Lint Catcher. Marco joins up with Star at the carrying over from the last episode, and wants to basically finds out that he is not actually a Muni Knight. A Mumin Knight. Whatever. He's not a knight, and he wants to be appointed as a squire, so Star makes him the squire of the Knights of the Wash. And apparently the Knights of the Wash squires never survive the first day, so Star has to go help him. And it's nice. Apparently Star appoints Marco as her squire, which is funny because I'm pretty sure princesses don't have squires, and they bring this up. And that leads into the next episode, which is Trial by Squire. Basically, it's like that game show thing on TV where it's like you get a bunch of people running through like a mega mart or something, getting specific items before the allotted time is done. Except this time it's Squire related items. Star eventually Marco is going a little overboard, and Star basically tells him, "Look, I don't need all this junk. I'm not a knight. I'm a princess. I'm gonna look great no matter what, and I appointed you as my squire just so you could live in the castle so we could do dumb shit." Which, okay, I feel like I have to talk about this real quick. In the episode where Marco gets his own pair of scissors from the demon-looking lady that I'm forgetting her name, Marco aged up to like 30-something years old. Why the fuck does he still act like he's about 14 or 15? Marco should fucking get this. And Marco's character really bugs me because of it. Because it's like, okay, what was the point of that episode other than to give Marco his own set of scissors? It bugs the fuck out of me. It's like, okay, so is he 30 years old mentally, or isn't he? Make up your damn mind. So that's how that episode ends. Princess Turdina, they go back to the Wayward School of princesses for a honorary graduation thing for Marco Turdina. And it's the liar reveal story where, like, the person has to keep up a facade, but then it's eventually discovered that he is a boy. And it's not like everybody's bummed about it, but it's still... It's boring. I'll just say that. Not much to say about this episode other than the lizard bounty hunter guy. He's still reforming. Like, most of his upper body is back now. But, yeah. And then there's Starfari, the only one out of all these that I actually kind of liked. Star and Tom are in the bazaar, and they see a bunch of monster racism. And Star goes to ask her mother what exactly is a monster? What makes a monster a monster? why is Tom not considered a monster? Something they actually bring up in the episode. And it basically comes down to the monster expert. Someone who kind of looks like a crazy safari lady. And she basically acts as though monsters are like not like cattle, like a herd of horses, basically. They just do shit on instinct. They have no mental, and I know that horses actually do have mental cognitive abilities. It's just they can't talk or whatever. So, but I'm using it as an example. She basically sees them as animals that can't think for themselves and just do things on instinct. And Star knows better. And I think even though this is an extreme cartoony example, I do like how this show will go into racism, basically. And I find it funny that Star is the only one to see past it. Like, I've said, I personally, I have said this multiple times before, that like a few people I know would say like, oh, you'd be uncomfortable if like you came across a gay person and like they were doing gay things in front of you. I'm like, no, not really, because it sounds really mean when I put it this way, but I don't care. I just don't care. It's the same thing with religion, race, if you're bisexual, transsexual, whatever, like, I don't care about that. Like, I don't care. It really sounds mean when I put it that way, but as long as you're not trying to shove that in my face, I don't give a shit. Okay? And it's like say if I personally don't believe in any religion, but if you tried to get me to, like, you must believe in the Bible, you must believe, like, I don't care. You are wasting your time trying to get me to care. Do I think that, like, homosexual people getting unfairly shit on for being the way they are is unfair? Yeah, totally. Do I think that it's wrong to make fun of a transsexual person and whatever? Yeah. Like, I have a very South Park sense of humor where I basically make fun of everything, but I'm not trying to make people uncomfortable or whatever when I make these jokes. It's just, sometimes you gotta laugh at yourself. I laugh at myself all the frickin' time for how dumb I act, or how I can't go most sentences without saying and It's a verbal tick. I can't help it, but I can laugh at myself because of it. It's like I've joked about putting a little counter thing that counts every time I say and because I just said it again. It's stupid. It's something I can't help. Some people get annoyed by it. I get annoyed by it, but I can't help it. Eventually the safari person brings it up that like what she plans to do is turn the monster city, Monstropolis or whatever, into an island, and basically as a way to isolate the monsters in one location. And big shocker, Star doesn't like it, so she tries to put the monsters and humans work together to save the monster city. And the safari lady basically goes freaking full cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at the end. It's like, I'm a monster, I'm gonna play in the mud, I'm gonna climb up in a tree. And she goes full nuts. And Buff Frog is now the new monster expert. Hopefully that means we get to see more of him, because Buff Frog, he's like the only fucking character in the show to have any character development that actually sticks with him. You know, at first he was just a generic monster henchman person, and now he is a father raising a bunch of tadpole baby things and just kind of living an honest life. And now he is the fucking monster expert of the Moomin Castle, assuming that Queen Moon doesn't like boot him out because monsters. You know, like, go Buff Frog. He's the only character in the show I can actually give a shit about as a result. If you're gonna have character development, it needs to fucking stick. You know? This show, it plays off episodic, kind of like, it plays off episodic, but there's a flowing narrative, somewhat, that really... Sorry. Thought I felt a bug in my shirt or something. There's a flowing narrative somewhat, but if you're gonna have a flowing narrative, you need to have character development stick. Otherwise, the episodes with the character development seem pointless. You know, it's like a good chunk of Legend of Korra, for example. There's a bunch of episodes that are supposed to be character development shit for Korra, but most of it doesn't even stick, and it bugs the fuck out of me, you know? It just comes off as padding. And Buff Frog is the only character in the show to have character development that actually fucking sticks. So, yeah, I'm sorry this was a shorter vlog episode, but, you know, I gotta go. So, I'll see you guys in the next vlog. See ya.